but we have already covered a very important topic in our last class, that is about the periodic table. And before that also, so many important topics we have discussed, that is about molecule, that is about elements, okay, that is about mixture, okay. So I hope you all are get clear about that topic, because that's why to give you a clear overview of that topic, I am expanding this topic little bit more, okay, as this topic is very new for you. So today we will go for the chemical formula, okay. So already we have discussed about the symbol. What is a symbol? A symbol is to represent an element, okay. We will represent we will write symbol to represent an element, okay. So we have also discussed the different rules to write the symbol. Means we have to use the first letter, that is the capital letter. If it is repeating, then how we have to write, and there are the tables given to represent the symbol, that also we have discussed already. So again I am telling to complete that symbol tables, okay, and try to remember the first 20 elements in a periodic table. So without losing our time, let's come to the topic, that is chemical formula of elements. So whenever we are talking about the chemical formula, actually we are talking about the atoms present in an element, okay. So what is an element? Before going to that, let me tell you again a recap of element. What do you mean by an element? An element is a substance which is made up of similar kind of atoms, okay. An element is a substance which is made up of same kind of atoms. We call that substance as an element. And what about mixture? Mixture is a combination of elements, okay. So here we have discussed about elements and mixture. About compound we will discuss in our next class. So whenever we are talking about the chemical formula of an element, means we are representing the atoms of an element. For example, if I will write H2, who can tell what is the name of this element? This is hydrogen, which is represented by H2. Means how many atoms here present? Here 2 atoms of hydrogen combine to form a hydrogen molecule, or we can say it an element, because this is the combination of 2 hydrogen atoms, okay. So again we can talk about Na. Na is what? Na is sodium. Means a sodium element or a sodium is made up of only single atom, that is only sodium atom, okay. So this is all about, we are talking about the chemical formula. Chemical formula is to represent the number of atoms present in an element, okay, or the number of atoms present in a molecule. We are talking about the chemical formula of an element. So basing on the number of atoms present in an element, it may be, or we can find out the atomicity depending upon the number of atoms. So here we will discuss atomicity. What is atomicity? Atomicity means the number of atoms present in an element. So here the same example I am repeating, H2. H2 is the combination of hydrogen molecule or hydrogen element is a combination of 2 hydrogen atom. So some element contains only single atom, and that kind of element we call it as monoatomic. Monoatomic, okay. You can think of some example. The same here I have written sodium. Sodium is made up of only single atom of sodium. That's why it is monoatomic. I can also write carbon. Carbon is also monoatomic. Helium. Okay. These all are the monoatomic elements. So you can see that here I have not written any number just below it. Means these are the monoatomic elements. So monoatomic means the elements which are made up of a single of two atoms, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. These are diatomic, means the element of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, they contain two numbers of atoms with them. See here, H2, O2, N2, these are diatomic. So the atomicity or the number of atoms present in an element, we have to write it as a subscript. This is the subscript. Towards the right hand side we have to write. Like this we will represent. We cannot write 2H. What is this? What this will represent? I will tell. You cannot write atom. You cannot write 2H to represent the atomicity of hydrogen. You have to write H2. Okay, down you have to write 2. Okay, so here the diatomic element, the diatomic molecule means they must contain two atoms with them. So more than that we can call them as polyatomic. More than one we can call them polyatomic. If they will contain 3, then we can also call them triatomic, tetraatomic, pentaatomic, hexaatomic, like that. Or simply more than one means we can also represent it by what? Polyatomic. So again we can write polyatomic. Polyatomic. I can write here S8. S8 is the formula for sulfur. Okay, sulfur is an element which contains 8 number of atoms with it. So when 8 atoms combine, it will form a sulfur molecule or an element of sulfur. So this is polyatomic. Okay, so there are number of elements exist in nature which consist number of atoms. So the element whoever do not contain more than one atom, we can categorize them as monoatomic element. Means they are made up of single element. So if we will think about the noble gases, okay, now I am talking about the important thing. If we will talk about the noble gases or inert gases, as I said while teaching you the periodic table, so they are non-reactive. Already we have discussed about the noble gases. They do not react with any other elements. And if you will observe the chemical formula of the noble gases, generally they are monoatomic and they exist independently in nature. Do not have confusion that if they are monoatomic means they cannot exist independently in nature. But no, some elements are there in its atomic, single atomic form. I told you in our first class that atoms need to combine to form a molecule. Atoms cannot exist independently in nature. But it do not happen with noble gases. Noble gases are the special kind of elements which can exist independently in nature with single atom also. Okay, that's why they are categorized under noble gases like xenon, krypton, neon, argon. These are the elements of noble gases which are monoatomic. Okay, if you will write argon in R. Okay, krypton, xenon, they are monoatomic. Need not to represent any number just below it because they are monoatomic. Okay, so now got clear about the idea monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, or more than one we can call it as polyatomic. This is also a category under polyatomic. This is also a category under polyatomic. So monoatomic elements, this property we call it as atomicity. Okay, so monoatomic element means the elements which are made up of single atom only. That kind of element we call it as monoatomic. More than one means 2 means we will call it as diatomic. 3 triatomic, or simply we can represent it as polyatomic. Monoatomic or polyatomic elements. Okay, so there are some numbers of monoatomic and polyatomic elements given in your book. Just go through that. Every elements here are not writing, so just go through that and just read out all that monoatomic and polyatomic elements. That is a very important topic. So this is called atomicity. Again I am repeating, giving a short recap. What is about chemical formula? Chemical formula means to represent the element. Chemical formula is to represent the element. What we will represent? is H2. H2 means hydrogen always exists in its two atomic form. That's why hydrogen is diatomic. We cannot write the formula of hydrogen as H. Okay, because there is no existence for single hydrogen. Always two hydrogen combines to form a hydrogen molecule. Two hydrogen atom combines to form a hydrogen molecule. Okay, and these hydrogen molecules again it will combine with any other atoms. Okay, to form element or sometimes compound. So this is about the chemical formula and this is about the atomicity to represent the number of atoms present in an element. So the next topic we will discuss about the compounds. So again go through the topic, have a clear idea about the topic, and next class we will have a discussion on